Hello, welcome to Chuckle-Bits, Chuckle-Bits Live, Chuckle-Bits whatever you want to call it. How are you today?
I'm alright. My name's Michael.
My name's Stevie, and today we're going to be playing Pizza Tower, the hot new indie game that's come out. Do you know about this game, Michael?
I don't know nothing about it.
Well, this game is a bit like Wario Land meets Sonic.
Oh, I like Wario Land. I feel like I've seen this somewhere, maybe a trailer a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been in the works for about 5 years. It's one of those
yeah.
long indie projects, so...
Oh, I have seen this. I remember the animation.
Yeah, it's a good animation. It's got kind of that early, Nickelodeon Rugrats style, like Rocko's Modern Life animation.
But after Cuphead, I've gotten a bit wary of games that are overly animated. Because I famously didn't really enjoy Cuphead all that much. And I felt that it was an issue of style over substance with Cuphead. That they knew what they wanted their game to look like long before they ever started working on how it would really play.
Well, now you can have a gander at this, get a good couple hours at this. This is the beginning of the game. I'm right near the end of the game on my first save, but this is just the tutorial, so you can get...
So is this heavily influenced by Wario Land?
I mean, yes, very
with more
much.
of a speed, more of a emphasis on speed.
It's I said, it's Wario Land meets Sonic. It's Wario Land 4 specifically meets Sonic.
So it's kind of a Wario Land moveset, but with the momentum-based gameplay of Sonic.
Yeah, and you get stuff like you can crawl into a ball. You get a lot of moves. It's quite precise. You get a lot of control over the character. That's what I like about it. It never really feels like you're out of control, which would be quite easy since you do move quite fast. The bosses are really cool and creative. I hope I get to show you at least the first boss in the game.
So where can you get this game?
Steam just at Steam at the moment, and
just
it's
Steam.
One of 2 Wario-like games that are coming out this year. There's this, and there is Anton Blast that is coming to Switch, and they're both indie games. So they're both. You get 2 Wario Land type games.
I love Wario Land. I'm glad that people like Wario Land and people who are inspired by Wario Land are now old enough to make their own cool games.
Yeah, and it's
Wario Land's dead. Wario Land is fucking dead.
It's because, do you know why? It's because Wario Land has personality, and Nintendo don't make games with personality anymore. They don't like doing that.
Not really, no. I mean, not Game & Watch. WarioWare still comes out. I haven't played a WarioWare game in a long time, but I'm guessing those still have some personality, right? I like WarioWare.
Oh, and so here's the big thing. This, just like Wario Land 4, at the end of every level, you have to do this. Oh, you have
to... Hurry up!
Hurry up, yeah, get back. And obviously this is just the tutorial one, so this is going to be an easy one. I don't think you can even lose this one. No, you can't. It just takes you straight back to the intro. Right, so that's the tutorial. We're going to do our first proper Pizza Tower level.
I'm going to tell you a sad story about Wario Land 4.
Oh, God.
I loved Wario Land.
What's your sad story?
I bought Wario Land 4 when it came out on Game Boy Advance. And I beat it in a day. I beat the whole game in a day.
It is a very short game.
It's very short. And even though I enjoyed it, I was so disappointed. I took it back to the shop and asked for a refund.
Oh, it's a good game, though.
And I didn't play it again for a really
You can
long
replay.
time.
It's a really replayable game.
I know, but the thing is, when you're like, I don't know when it came out. I would have been like 12 or 13. When you've spent 30 quid on something like that,
I know, it feels much more.
It feels like you've been cheated. These days, I wouldn't care so much.
Yeah, these days I'd quite like it if it was good.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the deal with this? I mean, have you been following its development a long time?
I have a little bit, yeah. It's been one of those indie projects I've been, had my eye out for. It's this and like Radio the Universe. I've still got hope that Radio the Universe will come out one day, but maybe not. But I've been looking forward to this for a while, and it's just been, one of those indie games. It's that thing of an indie game that just keeps being put off and off and off. It just doesn't really have a release date, and it looks fun. You never get to play it, but then it finally comes out, and yeah, it's very good. This is very simplistic stage so far, but each level has its own gimmick down the road, and there's also a really epic gaming cameo that actually really made me laugh later on. Do you want to know who it is?
Will I see it for myself? Maybe I should keep it a secret for me.
Oh, can I just tell you?
The viewers.
It's quite funny.
Well, it's not going to be funny when I see it for myself, is it?
Okay, are you going to get it? Do you think so?
Well, yeah. I mean, I love Wario Land.
Okay, then I'll just say it's not exactly like it. But it's like if they put Croc in the game.
Gex is in it.
No, Gex isn't in it, but they got the rights to an obscure character.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, this developer owns the rights to an old and obscure character.
Yeah, just to put him in the game.
Oh, now I'm wondering. It's not Bubsy.
No. Do you want me to just tell you who it is?
Is it Jersey Devil?
No, you won't get who it is.
No. Don't tell me.
Now this whole thing's just going to be you trying to guess who it is.
I won't. Right. I want to ask you another question.
Go on.
It's weird. I'm so used to playing the games, and you're way better at talking while playing than me. I can't. I struggle to concentrate on playing a game and talking at the same time.
I've also been playing this game. I'm nearly beating it, so
Oh. I want to ask you a question.
Go on then.
So I've known you for a while, and I've known your gaming tastes for a while, and as long as I can remember, you've always been into indie games. However, you were kind of one of the big, in my sphere of gaming people, you were one of the big OG kind of proponents of indie games. You were kind of there from the start in my mind. You were always, not only were you playing the kind of popular indie games that were coming out, like your Super Meat Boy and your Fairs and things like that, but you were playing all the other random little bits as well that were coming out. You were properly into indie
Flash games and shit.
Yeah, you were playing all sorts of stuff. And I kind of assumed that over the years that might have stopped, because indie games isn't, not even a genre, as a kind of, not even a style, as a movement, I suppose, doesn't exist in the same way as it did. It was
still
fresh
some
new thing. Yeah, but not so much anymore. Indie games is not normalized. I don't know what the phrase I'm trying to say is, but most people who play games probably play some kind of indie games. They're easily available on all modern platforms. And it's easy for people to find quirky little games.
Companies are a lot more open to having indie games on their platform than they were a couple of generations ago. Where
absolutely,
if you weren't there, having Super Meat Boy being on a console was just kind of a mind-blowing thing in itself. Super Meat Boy was probably one of the first big ones to really be on a console and stuff. There were ones like Braid and stuff like that.
I was going to say Splosion Man as well. I don't particularly
Braid was one of the big ones as well.
Braid was massive, but Splosion Man I remember playing on the Xbox 360, and I decided I didn't really like it. It wasn't that great of a platformer, but the idea that I could play a new 2D platformer on a console was amazing to me. I was like, what? This is what I remember. There'd been a massive drought of those kind of games.
Oh, we hadn't had 2D platformers for years.
Yeah, so it was really novel.
It was a dead genre for a couple years, and if you dared make a 2D platformer, in gaming magazines, you'd get made fun of and stuff.
So yeah, and then when Super Meat Boy came out, and it was I don't know. I don't want to. Is it postmodern in some way? Is it a postmodern platformer? Because it was.
Super Meat Boy is a parody of platformers.
It's also a very good one, though.
I know. Okay, so I just want to say this world has a hub world, so you can pick. I'll let you pick the next stage through its icons. There's a sword icon, there's a dice icon, and there's a skull icon.
Let's do the dice.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to know how indie does your indie interest go? Because there's so much good stuff coming out, but a lot of it is backed by bigger companies or does get investment or is published by bigger publishers.
It wasn't a dice, it was a pizza.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And the level is called Ancient Cheese.
Were you listening to anything I just said?
Yes, about indie games and about what indie games I'm playing lately. If I still play indie games lately and what my tastes.
Well, I mean like really indie games. I mean like sort of itch.io kind of little things.
Oh, I love all the horror games that come out on itch.io, and I always if you look at my Twitter page, you'll see that I'm always liking stuff from indie developers to come back to later and things like that. If you ever want to see indie stuff, guys, look at my likes on Twitter, the Stevie Grant, and have a gander at what I've been liking. If it's not just nonsense, then it'll be indie games.
So you still are a big indie game guy, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Whenever, if I'm interested in something, I'll try and get it. Just because I'm not, I just unless it's something that's really like interesting to me. Like, is there anything like that publishers are making these days that I'm interested in? What video game am I most interested in that's coming out? Like, am I looking forward to any video games this year? Not really.
Yeah, there's the inevitable Resident Evil.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Maybe Resident Evil 4 remake, but even that's
an asterisk.
But that's with an asterisk, but also like that's also based on something that already exists. So I don't know if I can count that. That's not an original idea.
Yeah.
I'm also interested in the Dead Space remake, but the Dead Space remake is also like Dead Space is kind of based on Resident Evil 4, so it's almost just like, well, what's the fucking point? That it's just like we're getting 2 remakes of Resident Evil 4 in 1 year almost. I don't know, it's funny.
Out of all the games that we've already said this, but out of all the games that have been remade over the years, there's not a game that I think needs remaking less than Resident Evil 4.
I could still play it today. It's still fun.
Well, I can. You can buy it.
It's on every console. Yeah,
it's on everything. You can buy it and play it, and it's absolutely fine. Like, you'll have no problems playing it. I am curious, not curious enough to buy it, not curious enough to play it, but I'm curious as to what they're actually gonna change to warrant it being remade.
I do know that they have changed it so the dog in the beginning dies.
What dog? I don't remember a dog.
You know the dog that you save in the bear trap?
Oh, yeah.
And then it helps you in a boss later on. Apparently it's just dead now.
Why?
To signal that the game's darker.
Game's darker.
So
are they going to get rid of the merchant? Are they going to get rid of the
the merchant's still
guy?
in it. The merchant's still in it, apparently.
Are they going to get rid of all the other non-dark funny stuff?
Apparently the merchant is still in it.
Uh-huh. What about when you get chased by a giant statue? And you have to tap the button real fast?
I don't know. I hope it'll be in it.
Like you're in some
are they going to keep
arcade.
the quick time events? And here's another thing. Imagine if the quick time events are like well done and well executed. Are we going to get another glut of quick time events in gaming? Are we going to be on a second?
Oh god, Bayonetta 4 brings back quick time events.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to do more Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be the exact same cycle again, all thanks to the Resident Evil 4 remake.
The quick time event cycle.
Yeah.
Oh dear. What was I asking you about? Oh yeah,
Indie games.
So how do you go about? There must be different levels of indie games in your head now, though.
I mean, kind of. You get the stuff that's like attached to EA and stuff like that, and you know, stuff that has like partial money behind it, and stuff that has like, you know, that's like made in like a bedroom or something. And also, like, don't forget there's stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's that has like established that like indie games that can become like a franchise if you just like don't care about quality and just want to crank them out.
Yeah.
There's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out, Michael.
I feel that ship has sailed.
I know. I don't know why they're even doing it. I find it because I feel like you're pretty good. You've got your finger on the pulse of this because, without giving too much away, you work with children, right?
I work with children,
so you know what the kids are into vaguely, right? So they're not into they're into like Fortnite stuff. They're not into Five Nights at Freddy's anymore. Are they?
I can only think of one teenager. I work with children of all ages now. Well, aside from babies, who's into Five Nights at Freddy's, but he was into horror games in general and the whole sort of YouTube screamy kind of culture. So he was into all sorts of jump scary video games. That was kind of his thing.
Yeah. So
Five Nights at Freddy's is obviously a big part of that these days, I guess. But no one talks about it. I haven't seen. I can't remember last time I saw someone with a Five Nights at Freddy's plushie or anything like that. No.
Well, I think there's the new one. There's Poppy's Playtime that people are going on about.
Oh, with that blue thing.
The blue thing, and it has like teeth and stuff like that.
I don't really know what it is. Yeah, they're into that. I see that a lot.
I think it's episodic, so they can just keep cranking them out. Unlike Five Nights at Freddy's that had like full-blown sequels, Poppy Playtime is like episodic.
So, and also Five Nights at Freddy's, I mean, I'm sure some people would disagree, but in my head it's a game for children.
Oh, it is, yeah. It may have started out as maybe not, but it definitely like...
It is at this point.
Yeah.
But, so what kind of horror film is this going to be? A children's horror film? I mean, that's not a bad thing.
I mean, you can get that. That's what Goosebumps is.
Yeah, we should have more children's horror things, but Five Nights at Freddy's is scary because of the jump scares, right? It's boo! You got spooked by the bear or whatever. How's that going to translate to a whatever? You know what? I don't really actually care that much.
You just keep doing that for 90 minutes.
So I'm not that bothered.
Oh, am I going to miss the exit, Michael? No, it's right there.
Ha ha! I played that the other day. Emma and I were gonna go out to town, and there was a bus we had to catch, and I was kind of dawdling a bit, and it was like, Mike, you gotta hurry up, and I just went, ha ha, hurry up, and I looked up the little song from the Game Boy Advance game, Wario Land-4. You might have heard of it before, and I played that song, and it made me go faster, and I realised if you hurry up in the game, you hurry up in real life.
Oh, I can do the first boss. I got enough. Okay, so how things work is you have to there are 5 toppings in each level. You don't have to get them all, but the more toppings you get, the more money you get. And you need money to buy the boss. So I've got enough money for the first boss. You can watch me do the first boss, which is... Pepperman. I love the intro screens.
Pepperman like Pepsi Man.
Yeah, I think they're all MS Paint as well.
This does have a MS Paint kind of vibe to it. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I think it is, yeah. And the bosses as well are very Wario Land as well, as you'll see from this.
I must say, Stevie, I don't know what happened, but your internet is good now.
It is, I got better internet.
You went from having Stone Age internet to having acceptable internet.
Yeah, I know, to have a good internet.
Happen? Is it nice having good internet?
It is, yeah.
Can you download lots of cool games with your cool internet?
I thought you were going to say, can you download lots of cool gay porn?
Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
I could download both.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
There's so much internet to go around. And your dad can watch Ancient Aliens on Netflix or whatever it is as well.
Doesn't watch Ancient Aliens. That's my mum that watches Ancient Aliens.
Oh, no.
I know. I've told her it's all rubbish. I've said it's all nonsense. But she says, well, how can they build the pyramids then? It's just slaves. Slavery.
Yeah,
you can imagine what you get done when you can just force people to do what you want. What do you think of the boss?
Looks fun.
It is. What do you think of the game so far?
It does look fun. I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on, but I suspect that a lot of it's just kind of visual stuff.
It's genuinely really good.
No. I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on that in a way that could be confusing, but I think the core gameplay seems strong enough that you don't really need to look at all the stuff that's going on. You kind of like in something like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, where at a glance it kind of looks like there's an incomprehensible amount of stuff going on, but really if you're concentrating on what you're doing, the other stuff is just window dressing.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's a good thing. This guy does look like an apple, though.
He's a pepper.
I know. He looks like an apple.
Oh shit! I got to finish him off, which means getting him when he's tiny. Oh no, he's a little scamp.
Oh no!
He's a scamp, Michael.
Get him! Stevie, this is getting embarrassing.
Shut up! At least it's not that stupid bio lizard.
Bio lizard.
The hardest, but he's like a Dark Souls boss, the Bio Lizard.
Mm-hmm. I did want to do a supercut of every single time he died. I just can't be bothered.
There we go.
Yay!
I got the key. Yeah, so it's not that confusing, and the core mechanics are very simplistic, where you figure everything out pretty instantly.
Do you remember that time you tried to get an A rank on an A grade on Hotline Miami?
Shut up! Why? I'm not good at video games.
Oh, finally, you said it.
No, I'm brilliant at video games.
Oh, you changed your mind.
Okay, I'm going to go to the next floor, and we'll see what levels are up there.
Have you played Hotline Miami in a while?
I think I had a round of it the other day.
Does it still hold up?
Yeah, it's still one of my favourite games. Still
Really?
love it. Yeah, Hotline Miami is good. Oh, I found this is the level that has the obscure
Oh, whatever, just get on with
character in it. Okay, so watch when I watch, and your mind will be blown. Okay.
Mort the Chicken?
It's Mort the Chicken.
I don't even know what Mort the Chicken is.
You don't know what Mort the Chicken is?
No, I don't know Mort the Chicken.
Oh, well, that makes it embarrassing.
It's kind of wasted on me, isn't it?
Kind of wasted
What's the deal with Mort the Chicken?
It's a bad PS1 game. It's a notoriously bad mascot.
I think I remember the cover art, like a CGI chicken on the front.
Yeah, it's notoriously bad PS1. It's like Bubsy 3D.
Really?
Yeah. It's notoriously bad, and he appears in this game. It's the actual Mort the Chicken.
They own the rights to Mort the Chicken.
Yeah, they actually got the rights to Mort the Chicken for this game. He appears as a character, as a weapon you can use. Not a weapon, a power-up.
Who made this?
Tour de Pizza is the name of their company.
Right. Who are they?
Indie game people.
Oh.
I don't
Do you
know.
ever think about making a game?
I sometimes do, but I don't know anything about it. Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? In some alternate universe, we will have been playing Fez 2 for a good couple of years.
Oh, don't say that.
We'll have been playing Fez 2 for years now. We'll have been going, oh, Fez 2, this old game. This old...
Do you think it was good in the alternate universe?
Well, Fez was good, and he probably had some ideas for Fez 2 that were interesting, and I would.
Fez did take a very long time to make.
Yeah, but he had all the assets made and everything then.
I don't know if there's any alternate universe where Phil Fish had the mental stamina required to make another game.
He did work on other games, though. He worked on Super Hypercube.
What's Super Hypercube?
It's a VR game.
Oh, I vaguely remember.
So he has made other games than Fez.
Has he made anything else?
There's Mort the Chicken, yay!
There's Mort the Chicken. I don't know Mort the Chicken.
But there he is.
There he is. Mort the Chicken, everyone. Our favourite.
I think this is the equivalent of if we made a game, and we could get the rights to a character, what one would we put in?
That isn't Croc.
Or Gex. I think it'd be Gex or Croc.
I think Gex would be too expensive.
Do you really think Gex would be too expensive? Do you really think so?
Nothing's happening with Mort. No one cares about Mort the Chicken. But
Nothing's
people care
happening
about
with Gex. No one cares about Gex.
What about? Give me some time to think. I'm thinking in our game. What kind of game are we making?
We're any game, and we're allowed to, and we can get the rights to any character.
I want the robot from Jump and Flash.
Really? That's the one you get? You're getting like a
the bunny
mainstream?
robot. Yeah, I want the bunny robot from Jump and Flash in my game, whatever game it is, a shmup maybe, or some sort of mech game with cute robot bunny in it.
And you have the bunny from Jumping Flash as a little cameo.
Yeah, the robot rabbit. I don't know what the guy doing the driving of the rabbit's called. I think his name's Robin. I've got Robin in my head. I used to like Jumping Flash quite a lot.
It's a bizarre game if you go back to it now. It's got
yeah,
really weird
is.
mechanics. It was in that period of games where people didn't really know what 3D platformers were.
No.
And so people were just kind of experimenting. So people kind of said, oh, is this what 3D platformers are? Are they first person?
I think that there's still some exploring that could be done on the whole Jump and Flash thing. What I like about Jump and Flash, and this is a minor thing, but I do really like it, it's a first person game, but you can jump really, really high.
Michael, it's not a first person game though, is it?
It's a Minecraft
It's a Minecraft style game.
It's a Minecraft style game, and you can jump really high. Now, everyone says that platforming in first-person games is a big no-no, but somehow it kind of works in Jump and Flash. Does it work well? I don't know. I haven't played it in a while. To be decided. But it kind of works, and it's kind of fun to have these big areas. These big vertical areas that you kind of explore in first person. I'd like more of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Make a Jump and Flash sequel.
Well, there's Jump and Flash 2, Big Trouble in Little Moo.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I like that.
That's what it's called, Big Trouble in Little Moo, because the Moo are the little creatures that you have to save.
Aww. I like
Well, then
that.
there's the secret version. So you beat the game and then you play it on what is essentially a kind of a palette swappy hard mode, and that's the two faces of Baron Aloha. But yeah, I like that. I like Jump and Flash. There was a Jump and Flash 3 on in Japan.
Was there?
Japanese exclusive. Yeah. And then
What's that
nothing.
called?
Just it's called something in Japanese.
It's called something in Japanese. Yeah, probably.
And then no more Jump and Flash. You don't see it anywhere.
No.
Not even in like the PlayStation Battle All Stars or whatever it's called.
There was a cameo of it in Astro's Playroom, which was nice.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. What's that on the PS5?
Yeah, that was the pack-in game, and there was a
Yeah.
little robot dressed up in a Jumping Flash thing there. That was nice.
Oh, that's nice that Sony acknowledged its existence and also renewed the copyright at the same time. Nice.
I don't think they care. You think they care for the copyright for Jumping Flash?
I don't know. I just like the big white robot bunny. They could do something. They could do a 2D platformer with it. It's just a robot. I just like the robot.
Yeah.
I like jumping around, shooting my little pew pew guns that literally go pew pew pew, and getting the rockets that are like fireworks, and I don't know. It's nice.
Yeah. We all like it.
But yeah, making a game, that's I feel like I'm totally happy being someone who's really interested in games but with no actual interest in making my own games.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be
That's
nice,
fine with
but
me.
making games is really hard. That's the problem.
Well,
I'd rather make my own movie, to be honest. I've got more
that
ideas
makes
for
more
them.
sense. I feel like there's
Got more ideas for movies than I do
a
games.
common movie language that most people kind of understand, which makes movies kind of an accessible medium. It's not easy by any means, but it's more accessible than games because yeah, you have to program, and I think people forget that sometimes. Like all of these cool games we play are programmed with code. And that code looks really boring, and it takes a lot of trial and error and changing of code to make things happen before any of the cool artwork or anything is implemented. And that just don't sound like fun to me.
This Pizza Tower didn't look this fun and crazy for a while. For a while, it just looked like lines. But now it looks all fun and funky.
When you're doing your res review, you thought I forgot about that. I'm never
Now
going
it
to
looks
forget.
all fun and
I want to watch it. I want to see it. Where is it? Where's the res review? Where is it? Don't ignore me!
It's coming out when Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out.
You arsehole.
It comes out the
okay.
same day as that.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
It does.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, it comes out the same day as that does.
I want to see a res review. I want to know what you got to say about res.
The same day. What would you do if I made a thing about Res and it was actually a Kingdom Hearts review? And I ended up talking about lightness and dark. Now
I want to know.
and
I
how
want to
much
know
it-
what you have to say about games. I find it interesting.
and how much to the darkness relates to the light, and how
Do you want a tip?
emotional.
Shall I give you a
it
tip?
is. What?
Jump over the holes
Yeah, I'm trying to
to
do.
not fall down.
I'm trying to do that. That was what I was trying to do.
Yeah. Why didn't you just do that the first time?
Shut, because it's a hard move to pull off. You know, knobhead. You're not as much better than games than me.
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm well good. I
What
can
game are
beat the
you
Violet
good at? What game are you good at?
What game am I better than you at?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not better at Puzzle Fighter than me.
Well, okay. Oh, is that what we're talking about? I don't know. Maybe a little game called Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 3.
No, not Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter 4.
Not Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter 5.
Mario Kart. Mario Kart, you did rubbish at. And also, you've never played Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but let's be real. The arcade... I had the quote-unquote bad controller.
No, you didn't.
I did. I couldn't use
How?
any items.
How did you have a bad controller?
I couldn't use any items.
What do you mean? There are no items in Street Fighter.
No, in Mario Kart. I beat you at Street Fighter and Point Blank.
What do you mean you had the bad controller in Mario Kart? We both had the same bloody controller.
No, the item button didn't work. I couldn't use any items.
No, it did. Shut up, you're making that up. You didn't say that at the time.
I cannot lie.
Shut up, you've made that up.
I did, but you were so happy playing Mario Kart like a baby.
What do you mean? You made that up. That's an invention you made up now.
I don't like this level, it's too dark. What's happening? Scary?
No, it's a dungeon level.
Do you want some tips? Should I give you some tips about this game?
What? Oh, don't get hit. Is that your tip?
If you don't get hit, if you want to do good, don't get hit. I know what you got to do. You got to go down that hole.
No,
you're having trouble.
I want to go up there.
No, I think you want to go down the hole.
I want to do this. Watch.
Oh. Yeah, that's nice. That's cute. Why don't you go down the hole?
Yeah.
Go down the hole.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Right.
I wanted to get that secret.
Okay. Why?
Because I wanted to get the secret.
Yeah, but why would you? But why?
Why do I want to get the secret in a video game?
Are you just showing off?
You're supposed to get the secret, Michael. What do you mean? How is it showing off getting a secret?
You're gonna go down the hole now like a normal person.
Yeah, okay, I'll go down the hole.
There you go. See, I told you.
Yeah, I knew what
hard.
to do. I've done this level before. I'm at the end of the game in my other save.
Okay. Well, it's nice that there's an easy mode for people like you.
There isn't an easy mode. I've done it with my own graft.
Stevie Graft.
Stevie Graft.
Do you want to talk about indie games some more?
Yeah, what's your favourite indie game?
Jeez, I don't even know what an indie game is anymore. Minecraft's an indie game, for fuck's sake.
I don't count anymore.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you one thing. Talking about what's cool and what's not cool. Ain't no one talking about Minecraft anymore.
No. Oh, by the way, look what you can do in this game. You can pose whenever you want. Isn't that fun? And if you hold it down, he does some dancing. Look at that, he's dancing, Michael. Whoa. Anyway, what were you talking about?
Right. I don't even know. You asking me what my favourite indie
What was
game
your
is?
favourite indie game, yeah?
Other than Metal Gear Rising.
It's not an indie game.
Isn't it?
Sonic 06 isn't either.
Isn't it?
No.
You could have fooled me.
That's an insult to indie games to say that.
I don't know, man. I forget where... That's putting me on the spot. I don't like being asked what my favourite something is. I mean, we were talking about Fez. Fez is a very special game to me. I played that with Emma, and we did all the puzzles together, and it was really tough, but we did it, and it was a really special experience playing through that game.
And at the very end, you got down on your knee and you proposed to her, and that's the story of how you married her.
Yeah, I gave Emma a signed photograph of
Phil Fish,
and it said on it,
"Compare your life to mine and kill yourself."
Yeah, will you marry me? I invited him to our wedding and he just said no.
Oh, I thought he was going to DJ at your wedding.
Oh yeah, DJ Phil Fish.
Yeah, he DJ'd at your wedding.
Yeah.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, that was nice. He did say a couple of very vaguely racist things. I mean, not bad enough that it's really a problem, but, you know, I kind of noticed. I don't know.
Did he say something racist?
Oh, apparently, allegedly, at one point, he was talking about... Don't you remember? He was at some game developers conference. He was on a panel.
Oh, he said something about Japanese games or something.
Yeah, he said your games suck.
Yeah. Bit rude, but...
It's rude, but it's not actually really racist.
It's not racist,
but, you know,
it's rude.
It was a time where people were quite touchy about, you know, we were the internet was a touchy place, you know. You had to be careful about what you said, because kind of getting used to a new form of social you know what? I don't even know. Hey, Emma's here. You're back. You're alright. I was telling.
You're like a dog, and she's your owner.
When we got married, and DJ Phil Fish was there.
Oh yeah, good times.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
He actually officiated the wedding.
Yeah, but then when Emma found out that when Fez 2 was cancelled, Emma also cancelled our wedding, our marriage.
No.
So we're not married anymore, but we're still together.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, I was just thinking about Fez 2 the other day.
Well, that one image of the title screen.
That was a teaser. Yeah, I just want to know what he had in mind for it. What ideas he had planned. I
don't even think I could be bothered to play it at this point. If it came out tomorrow, I don't know. I just feel that
play it if it came out to. If he said, If he said tomorrow, I've been working on it in secret for years, and now I'm just releasing it, and he put it out, you wouldn't play it?
Yeah, that's a lie. I would totally play it. I'd say me and Emma would take a week off work, and we'd just put our heads together and get through Fez 2. It was a very special experience playing the game and then playing it through again and unveiling these levels of perception and understanding and writing fucking shit down in an actual paper notepad. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Cracking codes and really thinking outside the box, lateral thinking they call it. It was nice. It was nice to do that. It's a really good co-op game. It isn't really a co-op game in the conventional sense, but the moving around and jumping and stuff of the game is kind of like inconsequential. It's not really the main part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. There's very little punishment for like falling.
Yeah, so you can totally just play it with someone and do the puzzles and stuff. So
yeah, and the music is just like beautiful.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the best
all very pretty
video game soundtracks ever. I think.
Is Super Meat Boy? I think in retrospect, Super Meat Boy is slowly slided down in my grand list of favourite games. I don't really think Super Meat Boy is on there anymore. I don't really think I could play it again.
It's good. I still think it's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the super hard platforming challenge kind of thing that was
I mean, that's the thing
while.
about this game. This game isn't super duper, hard.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy just gets kind of a bit. I think it goes too far, really, in terms of how specific you need to be in your maneuvering.
Oh, so here's a Wario-like thing that Pizza Tower does.
You get a transformation, a power
transformation that helps hinder and helps you. So it gives you like a sliding type thing like this.
Oh, okay.
And then these priests, they turn you back normal. So there's more Wario in it. So I think you would really dig this game. I think you'd really like it.
Dig it.
You'd really
dig
dig
it.
You'd
What else
dig
is a indie game? Fuck, is Rez an indie game?
No. Rez isn't an indie game.
It's
got a soundtrack with like DJs and stuff on it.
That's true. Indie games, fuck. Let me look at the.
My favourite game of like last year was an indie game. It was Everhood.
Yeah, you told me about Everhood. Undertale. That's good.
Undertale is an indie game.
Have you played Undertale before? Do you know? Have you ever heard of it?
Do you know what? Do you know what's frustrating? Do you want to hear a story about Undertale? I have a friend who's played Undertale, but every time I try and talk to him about it, he always dodges questions about it for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Michael, what did you think about Undertale?
I don't know what other indie games I've played, really.
What did you think about it? Michael, really? Can you just tell me what you thought about
Undertale? I played a
Undertale?
whole bunch of indie games.
You didn't like Undertale. You hated it. Michael hated Undertale. Michael hated Undertale because that's why he doesn't want to talk about it. Michael doesn't want to talk about Undertale because he hated it so much.
I've just drawn a complete blank.
So much that it just gets him really worked up whenever he thinks about it.
There's a Sega game that came out that I like. A Mega Drive game. It is available on other consoles, but it was primarily developed for the Mega Drive, which is fun.
Michael, why do you hate Undertale?
Called Xenocrisis. You ever heard of Xenocrisis?
Why do you hate Undertale, though?
What other indie games do I like?
Why do you hate... Have you played Deltarune?
Oh! X-Morph, Tower Defense. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a game with Tower Defense in the title, and I thought the same thing. But no, it's like a perfect Michael game. You're a spaceship, so it's kind of like a shmup, but you also deploy towers in a tower defense kind of way. But it's like a fusion between those two genres. X-Morph, it's really good. I really like it. Yeah, I played Deltarune.
Did you like it?
What?
Did you like it? Why? Can you at least tell me why you don't want to talk about Undertale?
Talk about what? Overwatch.
Undertale. Why don't you want to talk about it? Because you don't like it.
I thought this was pizza time.
Do you just do it to annoy me?
Is this pizza time?
I think it's just to annoy me.
Why can't I think of any indie games? This is so annoying. I've played a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch in that Ukrainian bundle on itch.io or itch.io. I don't know how you say it.
You know what game I still love? Machinarium. That's still one of my favourite games. That's still a lovely, lovely game.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
And World of Goo.
World of Goo! Of course, my mum likes that.
Your mum likes World of Goo?
My mum loves World of Goo.
But that's
For ages I tried to find an indie game, get any game that my mum could play that wasn't World of Goo, but she don't want nothing, she just want World of Goo.
Just want World of Goo. World of Goo's that good. You don't need anything else. Once you go goo, you don't go moo.
You better play World of Goo or you're gonna do a stinky poo.
No, but that's a good game.
Yeah.
They never made anything as good as World of Goo afterwards, unfortunately.
Emma really liked the programming one, the whatever it was called with the. I can't remember what it was called at all. They did Little Inferno.
That was good, but I don't think I'd ever play it again. I've kind of got the point of that with one playthrough.
Is it called Human Resource Management or Human
Resources?
And then there's a follow-up to that. Emma quite liked that, but Emma's quite... She likes puzzles of that kind of nature, so that worked really well for her. Fuck, I'm really scratching my head now. Like, I've played a lot of games. I've played so many games, and
you haven't played Undertale.
Now that you're asking me, I can't remember any of them. Not a single one. I think there was a guy. There was one with a blue guy who runs fast, and maybe. I
don't know if that's an indie game.
Are you sure?
No.
You know, I've never played Freedom Planet either. I've got it. I think I own
good.
it on
Just
more
don't
than one
play the
console.
story mode. The story mode's really embarrassing.
You said that so many times
so
that I feel
bad.
that if I did play Freedom Planet, I would have no choice but to play the story mode.
No, but it's so long. It's not even funny bad. It goes on for so long, and it's so annoying.
This sounds like when I was talking about Scorn, and I was trying to say, no, don't even play it because I'm saying it's bad.
Exactly.
It's not worth it.
The story mode isn't even to see. Like, it's just.
Is it cringy OC Sonic stuff?
Yeah, but it goes on for ages as well. And it's between each level, so it's like you just want to get back to running fast, but it's like you got to put up with like 5 minutes of like talking about
5 minutes,
or like I don't know. I didn't time it, but it felt like
that.
Yeah.
Is it voiced?
Yeah.
Is it cringe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me,
like
just play the classic mode. It's a good game. It's a good game, but you just play the classic mode, and that will do. Yeah.
Oh, I've been playing. I mean, again, I don't know if it's an indie title. I think it is, but I've been playing a game called Metal Hellsinger. Have you heard of Metal Hellsinger?
I haven't. No, what's Metal Hellsinger?
It's a first-person shooter, and at a glance, it looks a lot like Doom, the 2016 Doom, and it's heavily inspired by it. But it's by a group of people that had the same kind of feeling I did when I played Doom 2016, in that sometimes it feels like Doom 2016 is almost like a rhythm game. Because everything, all of the actions you do in Doom have a kind of timing to them, and you end up getting in this rhythm of killing something, executing something, going on to the next one, doing a jump, dodging a thing. So it's actually a first-person rhythm game where you have to move to the beat of the music, similar to Crypta the Necrodancer, and it's really, really good. It's really good. I love it.
Oh.
I love it.
What's it called again?
Metal Hellsinger. It has a very generic title. I think that's a bit of a problem. I don't know how indie it is because it's got an original metal soundtrack. It's not a genre I usually listen to, but I quite like it, and it has like the singer from Trivium and the singer from System of a Down doing guest vocals and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun if you want to play some cheesy metal killing the demons in hell kind of thing, but to a beat where you get more points and your weapons do more damage if you move and shoot to the beat. It's very cool.
Well, here is the second boss, and this is a really cool boss because it's a gun boss. It's a western.
Oh.
It's a good old-fashioned cowboy fight.
Hey, Emma's back. Emma. Stevie asked me, Michael, what are your favourite indie games? And of course, when someone asks me something like that, my brain shuts down and I go into a coma. You've seen me playing games before. I've played a few, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think of any that I've played that I really, really like?
Indie games.
Indie games.
Well, have you heard of this little game called Metal Gear Rising?
Oh,
It's not an indie game.
Oh, Emma, you make me so happy. Emma's heard me say that joke so many times. You're just here to show me the rats, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hello, rats. Do you want to talk to Stevie on the microphone? I mean, the rats don't really talk.
No.
Oh,
Unless they're the
Banjo.
rats in Ratatouille. Are they the
No.
rats in Ratatouille?
it's just Banjo. You've met my rats. You can tell the listeners about
I've met the rats,
my
yeah.
rats.
They're not like the rats in Ratatouille.
Yeah, they're much cuter,
Yeah.
and they like Stevie. They like you, Stevie.
They like me a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. Go on, Banjo, go back.
I'm surprised because the rats are usually so homophobic is the thing.
Oh, is that your experience of rats so far? Well, we've got quite progressive rats.
That was a joke. That was a Jimmy joke.
Jimmy joke. Maybe
So-
they could smell the gay on you and they'll like We're okay with that.
Yeah.
We're not that bothered.
So what do you think of this boss right now, this Western boss? Shooting him all.
Yeah, it looks alright. I never found Wario Land bosses to be a particularly strong point or something I look forward to in any of the games.
They are in this game. They're really good in this one. They're quite fun.
Oh, that's good. So, do you play as a pizza chef?
You do. There's not much of a story. It's just that you are a pizza chef called Peppino. There's a tower next to your pizza place, and there's an evil pizza man called Pizza Face, and he's gonna destroy your pizza place with a death ray. So you need to climb his pizza tower and destroy him before he does that.
Oh. So kind of like Devil May Cry 3.
A bit like Devil May Cry 3. It's got more of a plot than Devil May Cry 3.
He does eat a pizza at the beginning of Devil May Cry 3.
That is a good point.
And there's a big tower.
There's a big tower in the game. I like games that have big towers that you go. I like games that take place in one central location. I always.
You just like the phallic imagery of a giant tower.
I
you
do.
creep.
I do. No, I like games that take. I like Pandora's Tower. That was a good game. I wish that got a port someday. That was a really good game. Oh, look at this, Michael. This is dramatic.
What's going to happen? Whoa! Can you lose that?
Yeah, you can. The first time I did that, I had tried this boss for loads. Really, really lost. And then I finally got to that part and I lost. I went too early and he drew me.
I'm gonna ask you something then, and it completely went from my mind. What were we talking about before the draw? Oh, Bayonetta 3, not Bayonetta 3. Dante's Inferno 3.
Yeah.
The Awakening.
Dante's Inferno.
Emma's finally, after years of me just playing Bayonetta, Emma's had a really good go at Bayonetta, and she's really, really into it. She's doing really well. She's played it 3 times in a row.
Really? What about Bayonetta 2 or Bayonetta 3? She does know there are other ones.
Yeah, she's just happy playing Bayonetta. She played Bayonetta 1 once, and then she went through again to get all the portals and get all the fights, all the hidden fights. And then she played it again to get... She didn't want to have any stone trophies, so she went back and did levels where she had stone trophies and made sure she had something other than that. And now she's playing on hard mode. It's her 4th playthrough, and she's really enjoying it. And she's pretty good at it. You know, she always said that she always thought that she wouldn't be able to play Bayonetta, that the skill ceiling was too high, and it is high. But I think it's more accessible than
game, really.
Yeah, well, I did say that to Emma. Actually, you're kind of setting yourself up there to make the other games way easier if you ever get around to playing them. But I was kind of thinking, like, what can you suggest to someone who likes Bayonetta? Because I was thinking about Devil May Cry, and the Devil May Cry series is kind of wonky. Like, no 2 games are really that similar when you really think about it. The first and the third one are a lot more rigid, I think, in their mechanics, in their fighting. Whereas in Bayonetta, you can just kind of do combos. You do have to learn combos, but there's loads and loads of different combos. Whereas in Devil May Cry, there's a lot less. And then Devil May Cry 5, I found to be too overwhelming even for me, you know, in terms of everything you could do in it.
Do you know, I've never played Metal Gear, not Metal Gear, I never played Devil May Cry 2, the one people hate.
The bad one? No, it is bad.
What is bad about it?
It's...
I've heard a lot to do with open environments.
There's a lot wrong with it, but I'm trying to think of a good analogy of a game that most people might have played. It feels like a rip-off of Devil May Cry. It feels like a cheap rip-off of Devil May Cry that somebody else made.
Oh.
That's how it feels. That's the easiest way to describe it when you're playing it, is someone's trying to rip off Devil May Cry. The story takes itself way too seriously. Dante doesn't make jokes anymore. The gameplay is very, very boring in terms of like the combos and stuff. The swords have no weight. You don't really get different weapons. Yeah, there's big open areas, very floaty feeling enemies. It's just very weak and watered down version of Devil May Cry. It's really hard to explain, but it's not really worth playing, or at least if you play it, you'll understand what's wrong with it pretty soon, and there's no real reason to keep going.
Oh, well, that's bad.
I mean, you can get it. It's not a hard game to find. You can get.
Well, I mean, I have the collection, so.
Yeah, just play the first couple of levels. You'll get it real fast.
So what's how long do we go for? I forgot.
Till past. You got 20 minutes if you want to play something else real fast.
No, we'll still go through this. How's you and your Nazi game?
Yeah, sorry, you talking about Alex Kidd?
Yeah, your Nazi game, your favourite game.
Alex Kidd and the whatever is problematic.
It's a
That's
Nazi
what we like
game
to say these days.
It's
like. Problematic.
And
I'm
like
currently
it.
developing a ROM hack called Alex Kidd, but this time with no swastika in it.
And it would be no. I think you should keep it in. You liked it being there.
It was interesting.
Oh, you did like it being there, Michael.
Choice.
You liked it being there.
I feel that I'd like to think it was a mistake.
Michael, it wasn't a
oversight.
mistake. It was a cultural thing. There's one in Zelda. There's one in the first Zelda.
Yeah, I mean the swastika, isn't it a? Is it a Hindu symbol?
It's a Buddhist symbol that was
Buddhist
stolen.
symbol.
It was stolen
So,
by the Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not.
And it actually has some cultural significance in Japan.
Yeah, it's still used to this day. I believe the swastika is like the inverse version of the same thing, isn't it? The Nazi swastika. It's like a mirror image version. To be honest, I don't really know, and I don't want to pretend that I know. But I understand that Doom is the only game that put a swastika in it because it's a swastika.
Because it's... Oh, no, what about Wolfenstein?
Yeah, I mean, Wolfenstein was actually literally about Nazis, though.
That's a good point.
The swastika has been patched out of Doom.
Probably for the best.
Oh, yeah. It's just a bit itchy.
You were debating that, weren't you?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about how much it offended me, and I quickly realised actually it's not about whether or not it offends me personally, because if I thought like that, I'd be no better than all these other assholes on the
Well, if
internet.
that's the case, yeah, well, Michael, let's be honest, you'd be fine if the Nazi regime came to pass.
I'd be alright.
You're a white guy.
Yeah, I'd get rid of my Sonic games real fast, though. Don't worry about that.
Michael, you'd be fine in the Nazi regime because you're pretty fly for a white guy.
I am.
And that's so that all they take into consideration is that you're pretty fly for a white guy. Do you remember that time where you went to get a tattoo and you asked for a 13,
God.
but you got a 31?
Oh god, I thought you were going to tell the story of that time I actually went to get a tattoo.
Really? Did you actually? What was that? Oh no,
I couldn't remember if you knew this story or not.
I remembered now. I was just referencing Pretty Fly. I was just referencing the Offspring.
I asked for a 13. I got a 31.
Now you got to say the actual story of when you went to get a tattoo.
Do I?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave that as a
No, say it. It's funny. You didn't actually get it in the end, so it's
I don't have any tattoos, but I.
So it's more of a cautionary tale.
It is a cautionary tale. Fuck! I nearly made a terrible life mistake there in getting a Zelda tattoo.
Not just a Zelda tattoo. Come on, what type of tattoo?
Triforce.
It was the gaming tattoo, the one everyone gets.
It was a Triforce tattoo. I found a... You know, the worst thing is I just found a picture on the internet and printed it off at the university printer.
No!
In one of the university computer rooms, and I was like, yeah, I'll take this. I had a friend who was really into tattoos. He'd started getting tattoos. He was really into it. He talked me into it. But the thing is, when we were going to the tattoo parlor, I was going with Emma as well, was she my girlfriend at the time? I can't quite remember if she was my girlfriend yet. And me and my friend, and he was going to get a tattoo. You know, he was getting a tattoo anyway. And I kind of just got talked into it. But I clearly remember in Leeds City
But you didn't know
Centre,
what you wanted to get.
where I went to. No, I wanted a Zelda tattoo.
Okay, specifically. Okay.
Yeah. I'd even talked to my mum about it, and she was not happy. I told her,
was it just from the fact that it was a video game, or the fact that it was a tattoo?
No, it was just because it was a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
I had made it known to quite a few people that I was going to get a tattoo, and then as we were walking in the shopping centre where the tattoo place is, it's not there anymore. I was just freaking out in my head. I was like, oh fuck, I'm actually going to get a tattoo. It's one thing to think about it, it's one thing to visualize it, but when it's actually going to happen, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I got to make an excuse. And,
you don't need an excuse. You can just say I changed my mind.
I know, but part of me was just thinking it was my anxieties. Part of me getting the tattoo was kind of me saying fuck you to my anxieties. Like, I'm just going to get this thing. And the tattoo parlor was closed.
Oh, good.
For no particular reason. It was on a weekday. It was closed. I took that as a sign. I never talked about it again.
Oh, good.
I've never thought about getting a tattoo since then. I don't think I ever will at this point. It's just not for me.
You're not going to get a Zelda Triforce tattoo?
No. I mean, I can't now because you've got one. That would just be lame.
No, I don't have a Zelda Triforce tattoo. If I got a tattoo, it wouldn't be a Zelda Triforce tattoo.
You'd get something more lame than that.
Yeah, I'd get Sonic's rings.
Yeah.
I'll get Sonic with his dick out.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be good. What if I got one where it's Sonic and he's just above my dick, and it looks like Sonic's dick is my dick?
I knew someone who had that tattoo, but Papa Smurf.
What, they had a tattoo where it made it out to look like Papa Smurf's dick was their dick?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. So like,
no, that's a lie. That's made up. That's a lie.
Proportionately, Papa Smurf has a massive dick.
That's a lie. Especially Papa Smurf's tiny as well.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I don't believe that.
It's giving you ideas.
Is that really
though.
the truth? Is that really? Who told you that?
friend of a friend of a friend situation. I got no idea if it's true.
It's not true, surely.
It's inspired you though, hasn't it?
It's funny. Who would ever? That would be such a bizarre thing. I would surely you would just get turned off if you saw that, wouldn't you?
I don't know. It is funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
What if you had a funny fetish?
Well, then you'd be in the clear. You'd love it.
Yeah. If you got a similar tattoo, if you had to get a similar tattoo, what character would you have?
Of a character above my dick, so positioned where it looks like it's their dick.
Yeah.
Bubsy.
Yeah. Really? Bubsy. Not Gex with the sunglasses.
Oh no, Gex actually. Gex.
See, come on.
Gex is a player, so
you wouldn't get. Yeah, I was gonna say Croc. I mean, you could do the word pun that is Croc's cock.
Yeah.
But he's too cute. Yeah, I say you should get Gex. I say you should probably just get a Gex tattoo somewhere.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, do it tomorrow. Make some time in your diary.
Let's do. I think we should get Chuckle-Bits tattoos.
Do you? What would they be?
I think you should get my face on your back, and I should get your face on my back.
Right.
What do you think?
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Let's do it. Then we'll do it tomorrow. And do you know what the best bit? Don't even tell Emma about it. It will be a surprise for her.
And then it would be much more easy for people to recognise us in the streets and say, "Hey, I know you.
Exactly.
You're Stevie from Chuckle-Bits." And I say, no, I've got Stevie's face. And Stevie's got my face.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
I get it. That's funny. That's such a Chuckle-Bits Radio thing. I say, I know.
Yeah,
that's why we did it.
They'd say it'd be a new catchphrase, and the catchphrase would be, "That's so Chuckle-Bits."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it will be a TikTok meme.
Yeah, and then we'll do things on TikTok. We'll do our TikTok call.
No one will care about us. It will just become a TikTok meme. No one will actually know what Chuckle-Bits means.
Oh, is that how TikTok works?
Yeah, that's how it works. No one's actually going to know what Chuckle-Bits means.
They just like.
But because it's
things
cool,
from it.
people are going to do it.
Oh, okay. Since you work with kids, have you watched a lot of TikToks?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm a firm believer in social media fucking up children.
So they're not allowed to. I watched a.
Not when I work with them. We're not. I don't do that.
I watched a movie that was about technology fucking up children.
Yeah.
Was
it good?
It was good. It was called Megan.
Oh, I saw your brief Twitter review of it.
Yeah.
I thought that film was going to be shit, and I laughed at the trailer and thought
I did as well. The trailer makes it look really shit. It's actually really well done.
That's a real surprise.
There is comedy in it, but it's all intentional. It's supposed to be funny. The dance in it, there is a funny dance in it, but the way it's done, it's supposed to be.
So what's this film about? Let's pretend that trailer never came out. You're making the trailer. What's happening in this game? In this film, you've got 9 minutes.
So the film is about a girl and her parents die, and she goes to live with her aunt. And her aunt, because her aunt is like, she doesn't want to parent. Basically, she's like has no idea how to parent. She's just kind of been put in this position. And she's like a roboticist as well. She works for this toy company, and she makes like developing very expensive toys. And she's working on like this robot type prototype to make like the ultimate toy. And so she decides to, instead of actually parenting her child herself, she's going to make like a robot AI type thing in order to cater for her needs. And the movie then becomes basically about how essentially the ethics of, is it okay to parent your child with technology that they can grow so attached to, essentially, and can form these bonds with in a way. And later on in the movie, it becomes like a lot of people have said, that they don't like the movie because it only becomes a horror movie in like the last like half hour. But in a way, that's kind of what I liked about it, because it really took its time with the premise of it and the performances and the central relationship and the actual story of it. So yeah, I was actually surprised it wasn't just a stupid doll movie. It actually felt like a genuine
that's how it presented itself.
I know, but I
can't believe it.
It actually has some good satire to it, and it has some silly moments, but the silly moments feel self-aware and quite funny.
Imagine you were someone involved in making that film and then you saw that trailer. That'd be really demoralising, wouldn't it?
I think the trailer is misleading, I think. They did do a second trailer that I saw recently that I think encapsulates the tone a little bit better than the first trailer does. But yeah, it's I was surprised by how actually good it is. Megan is a genuinely good movie. But they've already commissioned a sequel, and my problem is I'm good with them doing a sequel, but my problem is there are already Megan memes and stuff like that, and the trailer was so popular. My problem is that they're going to want to capitalise with that on a sequel, and the sequel is just going to be what people think the first movie is, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. That would be the easiest thing to do. And it wouldn't be the first time that kind of thing's happened.
Yeah. Or they could just do the Gremlins 2 route and make a movie that just makes fun of the first movie. I'd like that.
Wait a minute. Are you riding a rat?
Yeah. You play as... sometimes you play as a different character, which is this guy, and he rides a little rat around.
A little rat?
Yeah. Or a big rat around,
It's a very big rat. I like rats.
Yeah, look at him. He's got a bit of... He's riding him around. We've got the
How
stick
often do
of
you
cheese.
get to play on the rat?
He has like 5 levels of him.
I like it.
Look, he's got a bit of cheese. He's leading him around with the cheese.
I'm going to tell Emma there's a game with a rat in it, because Emma's been waiting for a game with a rat in it for a long time.
Well, look, and
it's
look
so
at all
cute. That's kawaii as fuck,
Look
man.
at all these poses he's doing.
Oh, I love this guy. What's the rat called?
I don't know.
My rats are my friends.
He's his friend.
Rats are the best friends. Oh, I love my rats.
No, cats.
Oh, I want to see my rats now.
What, because you saw a rat?
Yeah. But I'm talking to you when I could be talking to my rats.
Hey, I'm a good friend.
Yeah, but not as good as my ratties. Oh, I love them. Cygnus and Banjo, I love them. They're so sweet and they're so fuzzy. Oh, and when I go to see them, they come and sit on my lap.
If you get a third rat, can I name it?
No. These are my 5th and 6th rats.
I like the way you said that. That's funny. No.
You should name it something stupid. You just call it... It would literally be called Croc, the Legend of the Gobbo.
No, I wouldn't. I'd call it Ratty.
Everyone's rat's called Ratty. Ratty the rat? Anyway, I only get girl rats. Not that it makes a
Ratty's
difference
a
in my
nice name
naming.
for a rat.
Yeah, it's fine.
You don't
I did
like
think of
Ratty?
calling one of the rats dog.
What
as
about,
a joke.
What about calling it Basil Brush?
I don't like Basil Brush. I think it's only a matter of time before there's an expose on him as well.
What, before he gets cancelled?
Yeah.
Why don't you like Basil Brush?
I think he knew about...
Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
But he didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why don't you like Basil Brush?
Just something about him. Just something about him. You can
like.
just tell.
So the way he says bum bum.
Yeah, he's just got that...
You think bum bum is threatening?
No, I just... You know... I don't want to say anything. I've got no evidence to support that. You know, my theories about...
Basil Brush may or may not be a paedophile.
Those are your words, not mine. Allegedly. I'm not committing to saying anything about that either way. I'm just saying, there's no smoke without fire.
There's no bums without bums.
That's also true. Right, you've got 2 minutes.
Let's see. Do you want to see if I can finish this level in that time?
Go on, you can finish the level.
If I can.
What's this game called? Pizza Time.
Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower. Pizza
Available now.
Oh,
on the
here we are. I'm at the end of the
Switch.
levels. The bit where I got to run back.
Available now on the PS4.
And I'm with a rat right now. Look at the rat. He's so fine. He's
available now on Xbox Series X.
No, it's not. It's on Steam. If you look for it on Xbox Series X, you'll be disappointed.
Is it only on Steam?
Only on Steam at the moment.
Is it a matter of time before it comes out on something else, or
hopefully, because I think this deserves to be on Switch. I think it'd look really good on Switch.
it will look good? Nothing looks good on Switch.
Oh, it'll be good on Switch.
Nothing looks good on Switch. Did you play Bayonetta 3?
Yeah, Bayonetta 3 is a good game.
Yeah, but it didn't run well.
No, but
It didn't look good, and it was on Switch.
No More Heroes 3 didn't run well either.
I'm just saying, if I could have played Bayonetta 3 on any other platform, I would have.
You wouldn't have
Come on,
liked...
Stevie, you can do it. Stop talking. Get on with the game.
I can do it. Oh,
You're running out of time. You gotta hurry up.
I can do it, and I've got to also do it in like the 1 minute for the. Oh, I did it!
Ooh, you did it! Wow, it's me, Wario.
And I got an A rank.
Fuck you.
See, look, I'm a pro gamer.
Pretty good. Now for an S rank.
You can get an. Well, actually, the top rank is P in this game for pizza.
Oh.
So that was Pizza Tower.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Look, Stevie's got internet now. He can play all the games.
Yay! Woo! So,
Ooh.
what do you fit? So that was Chuckle-Bits Radio for this week. Did you have a nice time, Michael?
Yeah, I did. We didn't play any Mega Drive games. But
We'll
that's
do that
okay.
next week.
I'll do that next week. We'll swap.
Yeah.
Stevie can play an interesting indie game, and then I can torture myself with shit Mega Drive games.
Yeah. And in the meantime, Michael, do you like anything?
No, I don't like anything. Do you like anything?
No, but I love something. Do you know what I love?
What do you love?
I love the monsters.
Oh.